Alright, hey guys, so this is going to be a somewhat simple zombie makeup tutorial. Right now I'm applying liquid latex to my face in order to stick a prosthetic to cover up my brows, which that is what I just placed on my head. Um, the toilet paper on there before was because of a failed attempt, and then I just decided to try something else. What you want to do now is you want to take toilet paper and start laying it over top of the liquid latex prosthetic. I'll have another video on that coming soon on how to make those and yada yada yada. And as you see, basically for a good duration of this little period here, I just apply more and more liquid latex followed by more and more tissue paper. And with this being a zombie look, you don't have to be clean with it. It doesn't need to be smooth. In fact, if it's smooth, you're going to look ridiculous because it's a zombie. You're supposed to have a rotted, kind of, textured face. Now, then I put a whole sheet over there, just again kind of not smooth it out, but more so even out all the wrinkles together into one, so it doesn't look like separate pieces. And again, I rip off a bunch of the excess and continue slathering on liquid latex, ripping off excess, making stupid faces. I'm pretty sure at this point this is where I'd spilt some liquid latex, and I'm usually literally just dipping my little sponge thingy into a puddle of liquid latex on my desk. So now I'm just cleaning off some of the excess liquid latex that's on my face. To speed up how long it took me to make the video, I used a blow dryer to dry the latex quicker. Obviously I would recommend not using the highest heat setting, or if you do use the standard heat setting, which can sometimes be really friggin' hot, I would recommend pressing the cool air button in between. Alright, so now this is for me using another prosthetic I made, which again, there would be a video on it. I can't decide which way I want it, so it gets detached and reattached many, many times. I didn't think that part through. So, that's why I put the liquid latex on my face before I stuck it on there, and then I'm going to, again, like the eyebrow prosthetic, start texturing the prosthetic with liquid latex, and I think I used tissue paper. Pretty sure I do. However, I recorded this video 3 days ago, and it's now Halloween, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this out there. And it's also my birthday today, so happy birthday to me. I am officially 22 years old. Alright, and now I am using the toilet paper again to texture the surface. Yes, I know this looks ridiculous, and yes, I know it looks like I'm wasting toilet paper, which basically I am, but the final product, it ends up looking fairly good. And throughout the duration of this, I am making sure that the liquid latex hasn't stuck my mouth together, and also to make sure that I won't have any issues with my mouth and the prosthetic that's going over it. So various times you'll see me opening my mouth to break latex, to open up a space for my mouth to go behind the latex. I also do various layers and keep just building on until I get a desired rock effect. And I haven't really done a tutorial like this style, this whole record and narrate over, so if you watch this, tell me what you think of it. Again, just using the blow dryer here to quickly dry everything, because liquid latex, especially cheap liquid latex, which is what I'm using, it's the Spirit Halloween brand, which I'm not too fond of, but again, video on that later. And now I'm just making sure everything's evenly pressed down. I'm starting to look ridiculous. Again, layering latex, making sure that certain things blend into each other. Like here, I'm just kind of latexing the side of the prosthetic and adding more toilet paper to add more texture. I have a certain way I like to do my zombies, and it's a very textured I don't want any of my zombie looks to ever look too too organized. I don't want it to look too thought out. This is me. Okay, my piercing had got stuck on the outside of the liquid latex, and this is me trying to get the piercing back behind the latex, as I just did. And again, I'm using the blow dryer, as you can see. I don't have to narrate all this tutorial because some of it's just kind of obvious. I recommend, though, if you are doing any type of prosthetic, spirit gum, liquid latex involved look, to use a blow dryer or some sort of air on your face to get it to dry faster. And of course I have to smoke while I'm doing this because I'm a chain smoker. And I'm applying chapstick because this is the last time before I start doing the actual makeup that I can put on chapstick, and I always have severely dry lips. Now I'm using a Mayron cream. It's a green cream, even though you can't see the color too well with my camera settings. And I will be adding a few more colors to it as we go, but this is just basically getting that base foundation down. And while I'm doing this, because I'm pretty sure I take a while to do this, earlier in the video I was using a face powder over top of all the latex. And that was just, I don't know why, I just find it that it's easier to work with when you, even if it's not wet, the latex or the tissue paper. I'm using a powder over it, kind of just makes it kind of set better and receive makeup better. So, and again, I'm using the powder. This is a Maybelline New York, just regular setting powder. It's in the fair cream, or fair light color. I actually have it right here. It is cream in light, and it's 4.5, and it's the Dream Matte Powder by Maybelline New York. Okay, so now I'm using a small little Sephora eye palette I have as a mirror, and I'm very sloppily throwing on some black around the side of my face that has the most extreme, excuse me, rot on it. And again, back to what I said about my zombie looks, I don't like any type of severe organization, so a lot of this is just going with the flow of stuff. Basically, I want it to look like a cracked skull / rotted, sunken in wound. Now here I'm going under some of the latex around my mouth to give it that, again, sunken in depth look. Now I'm just touching up some of the foundation that I noticed wasn't even. And then setting the touch-up foundation. I had a bunch of issues with my nose in this, that is definitely for sure. For some reason my nose doesn't receive any type of makeup well. So I'm pretty sure there's a few instances in this video where you will see me many times touch up my nose. And what I just did there is I added black to the inners of my lip. Again, it's for depth, for kind of like a rot look. Okay, now, I don't know if other makeup artists do this, or if this is even, like, a thing, but I like going in with a white or a lighter color than the foundation, or face cream. I have one, kind of just to map out the wounds. Again, with the black, the black, I go in with the white and just start doing like a monochromatic shading of it. Here shortly I'll be going in with some color. I'm stupid and I like to shake my head for some reason. Like, that's just what a zombie does, I guess. I don't know. Okay, now I think I'm going in with Ben Nye's Fresh Scab and just adding some gore to the wounds. Again, kind of using it to map out my cheek on that side. And I'm lining up some of the lips, or lines on my lips, with a black cream and working on some of the inner lining of my lip. And another thing with my zombies is I don't like a sharp cut contour on the cheek. So what I was just doing there and what I'm doing here is going around with a red powder. Again, my camera settings don't show much of the color, but I'm going in with a very, very red, I think it's a blush powder, but I usually just use it for contours and such. But I'm going in and basically adding a dimension to the top of my head and the one side of the cheek that doesn't have all the prosthetic on it. Again, basically to just give it kind of a more dead, sunken in look, but not that sharp, deep, contoured cheek that a lot of people associate with a zombie or a vampire look. And again, this is what I was talking about as far as touching up my nose again. It took many layers to get it to finally stay on. And I cannot stress how important it is to set any type of cream makeup you do. That's what keeps it there whilst you're out and about. Right now I'm adding in some other colors. Like I said, the foundation, or the cream I'm using as the base is a green. This is a gray, and I'm just doing this to add a speckled, decaying face look to the makeup. And now I decided that that side of my face was not rotted looking enough, so I am proceeding to go through and cover it in latex, which here soon I will be ripping off. And again, the same liquid latex that I just randomly put on my face is what I use to make the eyebrow covering prosthetic and the other cheek prosthetic. And again, like I said, for some reason I like to outline with white and black and then go in with colors. And now I'm going with Ben Nye's Fresh Scab again and adding some gore around the mouth area to go with the sunken in blackened lip. And then I go over there and add some of the Ben Nye Fresh Scab to the basic wounds that I did on the other side of my face. Okay, now this is a Spirit Halloween brand of spray blood that I use to just randomly spray on my face, and I start moving it around here very soon to get a desired look with my wounds. I'm not a fan of the Spirit Halloween brand, as I said earlier. I was kind of let down as an FX makeup artist about the quality of the Spirit Halloween makeup. Okay, so here I'm going around and spreading out some of the spray blood from the Spirit Halloween store, just to give it a more splattered, moving look. Okay, for some reason, I decided to do like the whole infamous Charles Manson X that other bands and people have done throughout history and stuff. Yeah, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Bye.